My name is Pat Grant. I'm chairman of the board of the Western Stock Show Association, and we're really pleased to have Gail Klapper here to speak with us about the horse show and our plans. So, Gail Klapper, we've known you many years. Tell me how you first became involved in the ranching world, and then how you really developed a special interest in the horse show and horse show reining.
So I fell in love with horses when I was a little kid, and this was not something that was part of my family. So I remember my mother saying to me, now let me get it straight. We have 5 children in this family, and you want to buy a horse, and you want me to put shoes on it that cost as much as Ferragamos, right? I said, that's it. And she was resistant, but my father, who loved the ranching lifestyle, and both of whom were native Coloradans, said, oh yeah, we're going to do that. And so I was able to get a horse and ride with a lot of friends, and now my children and my grandchildren are also very involved with equestrian events.
So tell us about your special interest and focus on reining competition.
So I inherited that idea from our oldest daughter, who thought that that was really a fun event to participate in. We bought a reiner. She participated in that activity, and I watched it. And I thought, I can do that. That looks like a lot of fun. And so all of a sudden, we became part of the reining community. We have a ranch. We now raise and train and show and buy and sell reiners, and it is about as interesting and fun activity in the equestrian world as I can imagine.
A few years ago, Gail joined our board of directors, and we were really pleased to have Gail be a voice and be an expression on the board for the equestrian and horse show activity and horse show plans for the future. Tell us a little bit about, number one, your involvement on the board, number two, how you have grown into helping really push and develop and promote the plans for a major horse show activity here at the National Western Center.
Well, I have to say that I had the honor of starting with the whole idea of this complex with you and others, and that was such an interesting opportunity to develop what this could be. And my voice, the one that I kept wanting to advance, was that we have to maintain a robust equestrian series of events and activities at the National Western in order to make this successful. So we put together all of the various equestrian disciplines. We talked to them about where they had their big shows, what this complex was going to be. They got very excited, and we are going to have some wonderful activity at this center over the course of the year at the National Western, but also for the rest of the 12 months from all of the various equestrian disciplines.
So, Gail, what is it about Denver and about the National Western Center plans for a major equestrian arena and center that you think is going to be so attractive to major shows throughout the country, and particularly those in the South?
Well, in the first place, the facility itself is going to be exquisite. So people are attracted to that. It's going to handle very large shows as well as smaller shows, so people will feel comfortable there. But importantly, Denver is a unique location. People can travel to the mountains, they can go downtown for excellent dinners, they can enjoy themselves here. And it also has a climate that doesn't jeopardize the showing of horses in the summer when it's way too hot in some of our competitive venues, or really either in the winter where we're going to have covered pens.
We of the Western Stock Show Association and our future planning for this major equestrian center would not be where we are today without Gail Klapper. She has provided tremendous leadership. She has great networking opportunities and possibilities and contacts throughout the horse show world. And we intend to put Gail and have Gail be a major help as we bring in major shows to this center as a real destination, not only during January, as you say, Gail, but throughout the year for major shows. So what else might you wish to say or comment about which I've not asked?
I would just say stay tuned, because this is going to be so fun to watch as this equestrian center gets developed. You're going to want to see the best, not only reining, but every discipline of equestrian opportunity here at the National Western.
So Gail, you are also helping identify some of the details that are really important to major shows as they begin reviewing the possibilities and competition with other major cities in our planning effort. And that is valuable to us with your background, your perspective, and certainly your competition experience.
And the National Western staff has traveled, and I've had the pleasure of going with them on some of these occasions. We show all over the country, so we know what needs to happen in these venues that are going to be appealing to the various disciplines. So the National Western is really paying attention.
Gail, you just mentioned, I think, something that's really important, and that is the role of the staff and senior staff in working with you and the board in developing these plans.
Yes, and because they're going to have to make it work, and they are as excited as we are to make that happen.
And Gail is working very closely with Paul Andrews, President and CEO, and she's been very generous and helpful to the National Western Capital Campaign headed up by Pete Coors. So, Gail, we are immensely appreciative, proud, and grateful to you for all you've done and for your real leadership throughout the years. Thank you very much.
Thank you.